Let's say we had a relation between a person and their birthday. That means once I put a name in, it will give me a date. Now, in this relation, I could never have one person with two birthdays because you can only have one birthday. This is kind of how a function works. A function is a rule where, just like a person can only have one birthday, each input can only have one output. It's a special type of relation. Now in math, we write functions like this. It's not saying that we're multiplying f by x, but what it's saying is that the function f has x as its input. H of t would read the function h has an input t. G of x would mean g has an input of x, and so on. It's just the notation. So when you see something like f of x is equal to 2x, right? What it's really saying is that the function of f is to multiply our input by 2. So if we put 3 in our function, our output is going to be 2 times 3, which is 6. If we put 8 into our function, it's going to be 2 times 8, 16. If we put a star in our function, our output is going to be 2 stars. Whatever our input is for this function, it just means that we would multiply by 2. Now the fact is, functions are all around us. The longer you spend charging your phone, the higher the battery life. So we could say then that battery power is a function of time. The more time you spend on social media, the less time you have to study. So we could say that time spent on social media is a function of the time spent studying. We could even figure out what a function is, even if we only have the inputs and the outputs. For example, look at this mapping on the screen and tell me what its function would be. So, in the domain, we're seeing polygons, and in the range, we're seeing the number of sides the polygons have. So this must be the function to output the number of sides for a polygon. So remember, a function relates an input to an output by a special rule. In our next video, we're going to see how we can evaluate functions using these rules.